So hopefully this is recording. Yes. So Qigong is quite easy actually. When you understand what it is and what you're developing and how you're developing it and what level is achievable, and when you have a clear roadmap, it's not difficult, And firstly, cognitive suspension is kind of a real big thing, like can you suspend your intellectual mind from processing anything intellectually, Can you do that? And the answer is that yeah, you can, because you have a counterpart to your intellectual mind, which is the the peripheral nervous system. So we've got the central nervous system, or the inner nervous system, and then the peripheral nervous system, or not necessarily peripheral, still deep within the body, but just it's in the rest of the body, and that one is has a very deeper layer, which is related to the enteric system and the CB1 receptors, the CB2 receptors, which are sensing the inertia, which is locating us in space-time. And that is really the bottom limit of what we can sense in this dimension. Really, that is the bottom limit. That is just above, the Planck, or the Planck box, or the very bottom of that, of that sense. the very bottom limit of mass, I should say, the very bottom limit of mass and energy in this dimension. Okay, so that our peripheral nervous system, CB1, CB2, enteric system, a few other things are tied in there, but those are the bottom limit, of this, of what we can perceive of mass, and physical mass and positive energy in this dimension. So there is it's like a sense organ. It's like another organ of our body, but there is a synapse between space and counter space, and in some released CIA document I've been reading, which is, well, it's not necessarily the CIA's, but it was an inventor, who did this research, and it's almost seems like the inventor himself is doing some qigong or some sensory deprivation, some psychedelics maybe. Sounds like he must be in the loop with other people that are quite adept at qigong as well, because of the way the document is worded. And I mean, it could just be the CIA just conjuring this stuff up. It wouldn't be too difficult to find out, how to make it look like something legitimate, and then just throw it out there and see if anyone else can do it, and then go and swoop them up into their program, or learn from how they did it. This is also, a lot of the time this is what these things are, but nonetheless, it identifies this, what they call the merging between two worlds. The bottom limit of our dimension, and then the kind of, there's like a buffer zone, and then there's the starting of the balancing, the balance to the physical dimension. Okay, how we perceive it, but that is really not a physical thing. It exists there as a result of pressure mediation between these two forces, these counterbalancing dimensions. But it's also like the end of a rainbow. The further you get to the end of the rainbow, the further the end of the rainbow moves. So really, there's kind of a buffer zone here, and then our other hyperspace, you can say, or counter space, begins. So of course we have the ability to kind of sense between this, because we have our physical body here, which is on a certain frequency, certain set of octaves, coming from a higher vibration, vibrating and manifesting our body and our organs and everything, consciousness coming through that, or connected to that, or how it is. So once we once we get to the bottom limit and we detect our enteric system, and we can do very deep meditation, get in there, get down into deeper, and we're going to become aware of these other energies as well that are part of our energy body. And just like we have a physical nervous system, that is, we have our physical sense organs, the ones we're familiar with, the ones I'm speaking to you now and receiving the rest of my environment through now. These ones are, in the positive, mass. These are in normal space, in three-dimensional, what we understand as mass and energy here. And so, of course, we also have our energy body and our energy organs and our energy sense organs and also energy nervous system. So there is a synapse between our physical nervous system and our energy body's nervous system, in that you can say merging of two worlds, bottom limit, Planck box, tetrahedron geometry there. And so that's the one, that's the one we're really aiming to become aware of, And then once we're aware of it, we can start to develop the different energy centers so that they can store more energy and release more energy. We can use different mixes of energy from other centers in the body. Yeah, so that's all I have to explain for now.